This episode we travel from Saddleworth down to Goolwa, approximately 190 kilometres.
G'day everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back. We're made it down to Goolwa. Goolwa is on the Fleurieu, and it's basically where the Murray River exits out to the ocean. We're currently down here on the old docks, and you can see behind us the one of the paddle steamers or paddle ships that you can go on tour. It's not running now because it's basically out of tourist season, and it's all parked up for the winter time. So, but we'll have a quick look around here. There is a brewery over to our right, and some the historic railway where you can actually get on a steam train called the Cockle train, and it runs from Goolwa all the way down to Victor Harbour. It's about $35 a head per adult return. Runs at this time of year, it's running Wednesdays and Saturdays. The last train leaves here at 2:30. We won't be doing it, but we'll see if we can get the steam train as it pulls in and departs. So yeah, we'll see what we can see.
Yeah. There's the steam paddle boat, I think that's what they're called. Oscar W.
Brewery, a distillery I should say. Behind that is the railway station. So yeah.
I like their logo.
So it's a very historic area. There's beautiful old houses and buildings. We've been for a quick trip up to Hindmarsh today. Silly us, we forgot it was actually a Saturday, and it was just chock-a-block. Hahndorf, sorry.
Hahndorf. We'll get to go to Hindmarsh Island.
Yeah, Hindmarsh Island's behind us over the bridge. Yeah, sorry, we drove up to Hahndorf.
Don't go there on a Saturday if you actually want to do anything.
Beautiful little German town.
Absolutely.
And heritage and all that, but it's just super hard. I think we flew 1.5 hour park and that's it, but there was just wall-to-wall people. So
we'll have a tiny bit of footage and mostly photos, so we're not going to have much from there, unfortunately.
Anyway, we'll go and have a look at the distillery. So we're up on the Goolwa train station now. It's nearly time for the train to arrive. Don't know which direction it's going to come, but when it does, we'll get it on film.
Come to Hahndorf on a Saturday. Silly idea. Cannot get a park. Alright, so we are at the Goolwa Barrage. Had to Google what that meant, and it's basically
Flood control.
Flood control, yeah. So the very first one in the Murray is the Hume Dam in Albury in New South Wales, and we're at the end of the other end of the Murray here, and it's a whole heap of various dams and systems that can control flooding.
And to keep fresh water. So if you look at the relief map here,
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, we're going to see that. Yeah.
we're currently here, and the mouth of the Murray is just here. It's Hindmarsh Island here.
And Mundu Island, that is where Stormboy was filmed. Okay, here is the definition of what the barrages are. So they were constructed to maintain a supply of fresh water in the lower reaches of the Murray for irrigation and water supply to the Adelaide region. So it's completed in 1940, and there's a view, but we're going to go out there in a second. And apparently there is some seals or seal lines, I'm not sure which, both maybe, I don't know, that are out here, so we'll go and see.
So you reckon?
Good. He had something to say too.
This one's a bit of a balancing act, though. Yeah. It'll fall off in a minute. That's my pole, you're not coming on it. So anyway, this is out on the Goolwa Barrage. We're actually out at the lock, halfway across. You can actually go through the lock just here. Yeah. So the lock operates 8:30 to 4:30, 8:30 to 12:30 p.m, then 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. daily. So if you need to come in or out upstream or downstream, you can go through on the lock. And obviously it's a good little home for all these seals. So yeah. It's about as close as you've got in the wild.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I thought we were close when we were in Streaky Bay, when we went to see the sea lion colony and everything. So
yeah, no, we're a couple hundred feet above them on the cliff tops there.
Yeah, good to know that you don't have to go to a zoo to get up this close. They're so cute. Look at those two nose to nose.
Anyway, the lock is open to the public till 4 p.m. You can get out here. So you have to get up here and back out off the lock by 4 p.m. because they do close the gates down to the public on the walkway. So keep that in mind if you want to come out and have a look. It's well worth coming out and have a look, especially if you've got kids, to have a look at the seals because they're always here. And yeah, from here where we are and behind me, we're only 7 kilometres from the mouth of the Murray River. You can get to it via the beach. You can actually forward drive right down to the mouth of the Murray via the beach. You enter in via the Goolwa Surf Life-Saving Club. We'll have a look at that. We've just got to judge the conditions of the sand because we are by ourselves and the tides. So if the tides are right, the sand's okay, we might go for a squirt out there maybe tomorrow. So anyway, bye for now. And this is the walkway out to the lock and where the seals are. So it's quite an easy walk. So yeah, come out and have a look. Be well worth the look.
Here we are at the, just gone over the bridge onto Hindmarsh Island. There's a information boards here and quite some interesting information. So Hindmarsh Island is actually, what was I reading it, 15 kilometres long and 6 kilometres wide. It faces freshwater on one side, saltwater on the other. So it's obviously where the Murray meets the ocean. Oh, there's a actually a good photo of where the Murray's going out to the ocean. But some other interesting facts here. It's got 17,000 years ago, during the Ice Age, sea level was 150 metres below where it is today. 8,000 years ago, sea levels rose to today's levels. 1830, Captain Charles Sturt was the first recorded European to set foot on Hindmarsh Island. 1831, Captain Collett Barker was sent to survey the Murray mouth. He swam, or attempted to swim across the mouth, but was killed on the far side. Captain John William Dundas Blenkinsop led a party from Victor Harbour on receiving permission from South Australia's first governor, Sir John Hindmarsh. The island was named Hindmarsh Island. That was 1837. 1849, the first grazier on the island, Dr. Rankine, was granted an occupational licence. 1850, a flour mill was constructed. 1854, Charles Price purchased a large portion of land on the island. I don't know who Charles Price is. 1857, the first... noisy car. 1857, the first signal mast was constructed at Barker Knoll. 1858, the first recorded public ferry began operating between Goolwa and Hindmarsh Island. 1858, the first interior colonial telegraph line passed through Hindmarsh Island, linking Adelaide with Melbourne. Interesting. 1861, the Hindmarsh Island Cemetery was surveyed for 600 grave sites. 1868, Charles Price. Again, Charles Price. I'm going to have to look up who's Charles Price. Let me know in the comments, who's Charles Price? I don't know who Charles Price is. Should I know? Was the first person to introduce Hereford cattle and Shropshire sheep into South Australia. 1900, a cheese factory was established. 1914, the experimental barrage was constructed between Hindmarsh Island and Mundu Island. Mundu Island being the island that Stormboy was filmed. So, excuse me, there is Hindmarsh Island here, Mundu Island where Stormboy was filmed. So if you come to Hindmarsh Island, you can birdwatch, boat, canoe, go to the national park, fishing. Yeah, so there we go. That's the history of Hindmarsh Island. Don't know where we're going now. Just doing one of those Sunday drives because it's actually Sunday today. See you wherever we end up.
Well, this is it. This is the exit of the Murray River out to the ocean, just across there. We're on Hindmarsh Island. Hopefully you can hear the voice from back down here. We might try and get around down Goolwa Beach, which is the right hand side of the entrance. We'll have to go back into town and down the beach, see if we can get along the beach. It's high tide at the moment, so we might have to wait a little bit and let it go down a bit.
Okay, so we are driving along the Goolwa beach at the moment to try and reach the Murray mouth that goes out to the ocean. What did we drop the tyres to, Chris?
Nothing. We didn't drop the tyres at all.
We haven't dropped the tyres and we're just cruising along. So again, South Australian beaches still haven't needed to drop the tyres. So still cruising along here. Chris can't remember if it's 11 or 17 kilometres in length, this beach to the drive. I'll look it up and try and remember to put it in. And yeah, here we are. There's a lot of people out today collecting the cockle shells, or the pippies that us Victorians call them. Apparently Chris was saying
season ends at the end of this month.
Yeah, so everyone's out madly collecting their cockles for, I don't know if it's for bait or for eating. Both. Now that they've become popular for eating. Yeah, but anyway, we'll film a bit more if we manage to get up to where the Murray comes out. Alright, so we made it to the mouth of the Murray. Straight out there. So the last little bit did get rather soft, so Chris thinking we might just let the tyres down just a little bit for the way out, just to be safe. So yeah, being a Sunday and Mother's Day, there is heaps of people out here, but it's a lovely day to go for a drive.
G'day everyone, welcome to another Cooking with Chris. Time to make a mess again in the kitchen. Is that right, Tracy?
Oh yeah.
Okay, today we're going to show you how we do chicken vegetable soup. Very easy. It's particularly now it's coming into winter time. It's pretty dark and gloomy outside, rainy, so it's a good time to get your soups up and running. So basically, what we're going to start off with, we've got ourselves a medium-sized chicken and an onion, brown onion. All we're going to do is cut, peel it, stick it in the butt. Okay, we're going to drop that now into a pot and leak everywhere.
And tell them how much our pot cost.
The Kmart special.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
$10.
Oh, that's right. The advantages of being around a town that actually has, well, it wasn't a Kmart, it was Kmart Hub. So, yeah.
$10 lightweight.
Very lightweight. So what we want to do is cover the chicken with liquid. So, cold water. Alright, now that we've got the chicken in the pot, it's covered with liquid. You want to cover it a good amount, so because it's going to boil then simmer away for a while, so you don't want the chicken dropping below. So while we get that on the heat, high, because we want it to boil, we're just going to prep up some veggies that we're going to put into the pot. Okay, we'll come back to you when we've got that done. Alright, so we've got our chicken on and starting to bring it up to boil. We've prepped some veggies. We've cut up some spring onion, some baby corn spears. We've chopped them down rough cut. We have from Coles the chicken flavoured veggie soup mix, or any, it doesn't have to be chicken flavoured, but any vegetables, even if you've got whole vegetables in your fridge or in your pantry, in your cooler, cut up roughly. So we're going to add, eventually we're going to be adding some cream of corn, chicken noodle soup, a couple of chicken stock cubes, about a third to a half cup of rice. That helps thicken it up. Then just some seasoning. We've got some sweet chili sauce, a bit of Tabasco, some garlic, some parsley, some black pepper. Once the chicken is been on for a while and boiled, you'll know when it's cooked. Obviously the chicken flesh will go white. You're going to remove the chicken from the water and you're going to shred the meat on the carcass. Don't throw away the onion that's inside it. Take that out, chop that up, put it into the pot as well. So we'll get these veggies into the pot and we'll come back to you once the chicken's ready to come out and be shredded. Okay, now we've got our base veggies in there, peas, carrots, corn, spring onion, a bit of celery, and we're going to let that boil with the chicken until it comes to a boil. Let the chicken cook, then we'll take the chicken out and we'll go from there. So we'll see you when that happens. Alright, it's been 25 minutes. The chicken's come up to boil. Let it simmer for a little while and we've taken the chicken out. You can see the flesh is nicely cooked. So what we're going to do now, we're going to strip all the flesh from the carcass, take the onion out, cut the onion up, remove the skin. We don't want the skin because that adds fat to the soup, and we'll put the flesh back into the broth once we've got it all stripped out. In the meantime, while we're stripping it, I'll add the rest of the ingredients to the broth. So what we have here is about a third to a half a cup of rice, can of cream corn soup, which is very thick,
And it's not soup, it's just cream corn.
oh, cream corn. Well, yeah, if it was soup you'd have a hard time drinking it. I'll add a bit of parsley,
This is where he makes it difficult for the person who's got to put the measurements on the website.
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah, a bit. We put a bit of a teaspoon of garlic in there.
Heaped teaspoon.
I like garlic. So salt and pepper. The salt and pepper you'll need to adjust that down the track as well, but depends on the size of the pot you got and how much liquid you got. So just keep an eye on your salt and pepper. Adjust as need to. The salt we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use chicken salt. Which is clumped up. Let that go for a bit. Can't forget the sweet chili sauce. Don't ask me how much, it's just personal preference. And about that much.
I had to put, just watch the video to see how much.
And for those that like a little bit of kick, not too much, we use some Tabasco sauce. That much. I've lost my wooden spoon. Give that a bit of a stir. And last but not least, whoops, throwing things around, chicken noodle soup. Bit of noodles. And we'll see if it needs some chicken stock. We've got a couple of chicken stock cubes there, but we'll see how it comes up once we get the chicken flesh back into that. So we'll come back to you once we've stripped the carcass off and we'll add the chicken back. Alright, so we've taken the chicken out, we've stripped off all the meat, got rid of the carcass and the skin. We've already put some of the flesh in there, but we've that's the rest of it with the onion that was inside it, so that goes straight back into the chicken now, into the soup. Give that a bit of a stir. Now, the cooking of the chicken, it will depend on the size of it. When we first took it out off camera, it still was a little bit underdone, so we put it back in there for another 5 to 10 minutes to bring it back up. So it doesn't matter if it's a little bit underdone, because you're going to put the flesh back into the soup there, but just make sure you simmer it for a good 30 minutes after you've shredded the chicken to make sure 100% that the chicken is all done. Okay, now it's been probably another 45 minutes since we've added the chicken flesh from the carcass. We've added some more seasoning, just played around with to get it to your taste, and that's what we're looking at. And I've done out a bit of a bowl for Tracy. Sorry, editing at the moment. Want me to give it a try, eh? Looks like, oh, that's nice though. Enough seasoning? There you go. So that's our chicken vegetable. Too close. That's our chicken vegetable soup. Easy to do. Nice and hearty meal. As you can see by the size of the pot, it's a fairly large pot, so there's a lot of serves there, so you can freeze it, put it into a Ziploc bag, let it cool off, put it in a Ziploc bag, seal it up, put it in your freezer so you can seal and keep it in the freezer. Pull it out, whack it back into a pot and let it melt and reheat. And yeah, bit of bread roll, buttered up on the side, and away you go. So nice winter meal. Okay guys, hope you enjoy. Put it in the comments below if you tried it, how do you think it went. Any of the other recipes, if you've had a look at them, if you had a go at them, put a comment in to say that you've done it. Again, the details will be on our webpage under the recipe section, and Tracy will put that up in the next day. Could possibly even be up by the time you see these. So enjoy guys, and we'll see you on the next adventure of Chris's Cooking Time. Bye.